Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. I hope this video finds you well. Some minor apologies. Miss Stella is gnawing on a bone back there, so yeah, there's a little bit of background noise. Sorry, not sorry. I love my puppy girls, you know that. So I know it's been a couple of weeks. I don't know, maybe even 3. But a couple weeks ago, we moved my stepson into his dorm. Took him. He's now going to Texas State, about 3 hours away. So there was a lot going on. And then this past week, I've been doing a lot of Twitter sales. So if you're on Twitter, feel free to follow me at Beans B Card Blog. Over the last week, I've posted probably at least 1,000 cards at like 3 for $1. It's just a stack sale. So feel free to look me up if you're interested to, take a gander at any of it and see if it's anything you want. So let's get into the mail. So we'll start out with the kindness of others. So the first one's a care package from Dustin and Blake. I mean, I'm just assuming if you're watching my video, you already follow them. So Dustin reached out to me. I want to say it was in the Super Collectors Unite group. Maybe I'm wrong, but he said he had some Dale Earnhardt cards that he'd had for a long time that I guess he just wasn't going to do anything with, and he offered to send them to me. And very kind, and I'm super excited to have them. I'm hopefully here soon going to get some more Z folios so that I can start putting some more stuff together. But just Ken, these NASCAR cards belong in your collection more than ours. Dustin and Blake. So thank you, fellas. So we'll take a quick look. I don't know anything. It's funny because I wasn't the biggest Earnhardt fan when I first got into NASCAR, but toward the end there, he had kind of changed. I think when Junior got to Cup, just his personality changed a little bit more. So I love these, and I miss this about trading card sets. I mean, I guess it's kind of specific to racing, but they would do, so you can see Dover, race 12, Earnhardt won that in the prior year. Talladega, race 18. So they used it as a way to get Earnhardts and Gordons and whoever it was to get the stars in there more. So those are definitely cool. And then a Winston Cup champion. So instead of just having a couple of Dale Earnhardt cards, you'd end up with a dozen, maybe more. Same thing later on down the road with the Jeff Gordons and Jimmy Johnsons and so on. But now Panini has it, and they do these, tiny little sets in general outside of Chronicles. So, but yeah, definitely was cool how, you can open a box of cards and I actually got some 91 Max boxes recently, and I mean, Earnhardt's got, probably a dozen in there because in 90, won a bunch of races. Daytona 98, Earnhardt, man, I remember that race. Oh, man. He almost had it. I love that old Pro set. How do I try to find a box of that? Now we're getting into the more inserts and shiny. This die cut here, 50th anniversary, 1998. Got a little bit of shine off of that one. You can see, not like refractor shine, but there's definitely some shine there. I love these old classic images. Kind of remind me of the, first couple of Fleer Metal sets, especially the Fleer Metal football is the one I'm thinking of. This one's got a little bit of a metallic, there you go, you can kind of see a little bit of a metallic look to it. Upper Deck made the best racing cards ever. Sorry, not sorry if you're Max, Panini, whoever. Upper Deck's Upper Deck. Definitely would like to see the end of exclusive licenses and see Upper Deck make some other sports. Not that I'm really that interested in the modern stuff, but it'd still be nice to see it. So I also told him that I was actually a big fan of Jeremy Mayfield back in the day, and he said, and I offered pay for them, pay some shipping, but he said no. But so he I won't. I'll go through the Mayfields a lot faster. But this was my guy. He got into some trouble with NASCAR. Got suspended permanently. But there is a lot of suspicion out there if NASCAR basically blackballed him because he supposedly failed drug tests. But the guy that they had doing the drug tests, obviously is very, well, not obviously, but was very sketchy. So some shine there. So that's that's maximum. So I think that's an upper deck, but that's definitely some nice shine there. But there's definitely a lot of questions of, whether it was actually legit. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos in the last few months, and I'm not convinced that what happened to him, that anything he actually was on drugs. There's just too many unanswered questions. Very cool. Something I love about old racing cards, because this is like a 99. I love seeing old sponsors that might not be around. Bell South. I mean, it's not even I don't even think it's a company anymore. I'm sure they merged, and then this is the last one. What were these called? Income statement die cuts. I guess it has their winnings from the season before, $1.74 million. So love that. Thanks, Dustin and Blake. Cards have found a good home, and at some point here we'll be in some Z folios, and who knows, I might use these guys as my other super collections. I'm in the group. I'm not 100% sure yet. I've got a few guys that I could use. I could use Barkley. I could use I don't know. I got other guys. Will Clark. So this, I say a care package, but it was a care PWE, because he does that, and we're both team plain white envelope from Pre-War Cards, and I will link to his Twitter and his website below if you're interested in vintage cards. Again, Pre-War Cards is where his focus is. You got to check his website out. He's got info. He's just such a wealth of knowledge, and has honestly become a friend. So let's see if we can get. There we go. So he sent this one to me. Racing at Brooklands. So obviously the first thing I noticed was the banking, because as you can see the bridge, straight across, and then that banking, so it was high banked. And I thought it was a board track, but apparently it wasn't, because I did a little bit of research. And if you don't know what a board track is what you would think. It's a racetrack that's built out of wood, like boards. And there was a small amount of time where those were being used, and I thought this fit that. But they were being used, and they're wood, and cars drop oil, and then they wreck, and fires start, and the entire track goes up in a blazing inferno. So, turns out it wasn't one. We'll see the back of the card here, but this definitely goes into my, racing. Our picture shows a thrilling moment during the race for the gold vase won by K. Dawn. The famous Brooklands Motor Track is the scene of the chief motor racing events in Britain, including the Grand Prix. Special races of all types are arranged. Special races for all types of cars are arranged for the August bank holiday meeting. So, very cool little random oddball. I definitely have a few of these in my collection. I love that. So what it is it's a 1932 Wills Homeland Events. It was card number 43, Racing at Brooklands. So from the PSA website about the set, this 54 card set was issued by European tobacco company WD and H.O. Wills in 1932. These 2 9/16 by 1 7/16 condition-sensitive real photo cards depict the more casual and fun side of 1930s Europe pre-World War II. Such noted events include cricket at Lord's, greyhound racing, golf at the St. Andrews. So I think, isn't that where one of the big tournaments is in golf? That might be a very cool card if you're into golf. Carnera, Mean Boxing, Cup Final, Wembley, Epsom, the Derby, Rugby International Match, etc. So take that for what it's worth. And I checked out Wikipedia, always there, sometimes accurate, about Brooklands, and I this is pure quote. Brooklands was a 2.75-mile motor racing circuit in aerodrome built near Weybridge in Surrey, England, United Kingdom. Opened in 1907 and was the world's first purpose-built banked racing circuit, as well as one of Britain's first airfields, which also became Britain's largest aircraft manufacturing center by 1918, producing military aircraft such as the Wellington and civil airliners like the Viscount and VC-10. The circuit hosted its last race in August 1939, so not too long after the card came out, and today part of it forms the Brooklands Museum, a major aviation and motoring museum, as well as a venue for vintage car, motorcycle, and other transport-related events. Unquote. So thank you, Anson, aka Pre-War Cards. Gonna love adding that to my vintage racing collection. So my last, that's kind of a kindness of others. This was a little bit of a giveaway. So Remember the Greats. I will put his YouTube channel down below. So definitely go check him out. Give him a follow or subscription. He did a thing where he's like, well, the first one to share this on YouTube or share my YouTube video on Twitter, I'll send him a pack of cards and something. He was showing up some cards and I was the winner. So it's a quick little letter. Just thanks for supporting my channel and retweeting my videos. Yeah, I post a lot of videos on my Twitter account to my 6,000 followers. Here's a token of my appreciation. In addition to the pack, I enclosed the Cowboys dual card from the video. Happy collecting. Yeah, I probably retweet or tweet out a lot of y'all's videos and y'all don't even know it. So anyway, he was doing some of these, I think he was looking to PSA grade like a complete set of these. So this was the card of the two Cowboys, because I am in Arlington, Texas, which is, I'm sure, why he sent that. And then quarterbacks challenge cards from Domino's Pizza from 1991. Not going to open the pack now. Going to keep that, and we'll open that on a Throwback Thursday, which will be a quick one because I think they only have like maybe 4 or 5 cards in them. So thank you, Remember the Greats, and I encourage you all to look below. Go check out his channel. He has a lot of autographs. He definitely does. He was doing a lot of Olympics stuff recently, showing off autographs. So it's really a fun. It's fun and it's different. It's not the same old that you're getting on everyone else's channel, myself included. So sticking with the vintage racing, I showed a 1970 Fleer drag strips card on my last mail video. Val sent that to me, and you can find him at NASCAR Radio on Twitter, Racing Card Info on YouTube, and I'll put those links below. So a lot of 4 cards showed up on eBay for $20, and I wasn't going to pass them up to add a few more of these. So the first card is the number 16 Daryl Daringer car. So I did not know his name, but he ran 181 NASCAR Cup races over 12 years, won 7 races, had 79 top 10s, and his best points finish was a 3rd in the series for the 1965 season. So that was the first one, and I'm going to assume he was sponsored by STP, as you will see the recurring theme with Andy Granatelli, etc. So this is the Ken Miles Lloyd Ruby card. I'm a big Lloyd Ruby fan. Just love having another copy of this. This is the same one that Val sent me. If you'd like to know more about the card and the drivers, etc., you can check out my last mail call video. I'm not going to go through all that again. This is already going to be a long video. So this is the Graham Hill number 70 car. Again, STP on the front, as I mentioned. So Graham Hill won the Formula One World Championship twice and is the only driver to win the Triple Crown of Motorsport, the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the Indianapolis 500, and the Monaco Grand Prix. He and his son Damon were the first father and son to win the Formula One World Championship. Hill ran the Indianapolis 500 in 1966, 67, and 68, finishing first, 32nd, and 19th, respectively. And these cards are blank backs, by the way. Upside down. This is the Parnelli Jones with Andy Granatelli, as I mentioned, who was the founder and owner of STP and also an IndyCar car owner for a long time. But Parnelli Jones is considered by many to be on that whatever you would call the hypothetical Mount Rushmore of auto racers. Just his combination of running so many different types of cars across series and just the amount of success he had. He raced 7 times in the Indianapolis 500, winning in 1963 and finishing second in 1965. 3 times in the race, he led more than half of the 200 laps. He led 120 in 1962, 167 in his 1965 victory, and 171 laps in 1967, but he finished 6th, I believe. He had an issue late, and that was his final Indianapolis 500. But he also ran 34 NASCAR Cup races, winning 4. And at 87, he's the oldest living Indianapolis 500 winner. He's not the oldest living driver, though. I know that Paul Goldsmith at 94 is the oldest driver. And then the seller added a second copy of the Graham Hill card for free, so I was pretty happy about that. I didn't know it was coming. So instead of paying $5 a card, which I was already happy with, I only paid $4 a card. So that's pretty awesome. My favorite one photographically is this one, so we'll put him up there. So with card prices going crazy, I want to say I'm not buying a lot. I'm not, and I actually don't really have anything else on the way right now. But I've just been trying to fill in some, low-end holes, cards that shouldn't cost me a lot. So I've picked up some of the Alec Manoahs. If you've watched my videos for a while, haven't heard the name in a while, but so this is the All-Americans, which is the second, or it's a subset in the 2019 Prism Draft Picks Baseball. This is the Hyper, numbered out of 75. So add that, working on the rainbow. And then the other 3 are not the subset, just the actual base card. So I've got the Carolina Blue. Added that pretty cheaply. That one came from Canada, and I just got it the other day. Was really happy with the price I got that for, numbered 7 out of 30. That went for way less than I anticipated. This is the White Sparkle. These are unnumbered, but believed to have a print run of 20. I guess in some sports they are more or less, they are either more or less than 30. I can't recall. I had some people, chime in on Twitter, kind of give me some info. But they're unnumbered, but still a rare print run on those. Like I said, I'm just going with 20 because that's what I had read. I don't know if it's official. And this is definitely my favorite for a couple of reasons. It got a good price on it. But as you can see, it is the gold version. And, Mountaineers, old gold and blue. Good price on it. And this bad boy is numbered out of 10. I think there might be a numbered out of 5. And then there's obviously the 101. I've never seen the 101 come up. Maybe it has. I'm probably not going to end up with it anyway, but you'll have that. Just work on as much of the rainbow as I can. We'll go through these quick. This was a lot of cards. I don't want to say a lot, like I just put a lot, and I bought them. I picked out ones from the Nuts group on Facebook. This is back when I was collecting hardcore, and I was a big Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan early on, but got a little annoyed with most of his fans. I think what started to turn me against him was one day I worked at Walmart. I had on a Dale Earnhardt Jr. AC Delco t-shirt that had number 3 on the back. And some huge Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, female, was like, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s never driven the number 3. That's only his dad. And I'm like, oh God, you're one of those stupid fans. And I just can't stand those people. So it turned me away from Junior, but I still like him. And I love this card. The young, what are they? Young Guns? Young Stallions? Young somethings. Because he's covered up. Another one from that set. Rest peacefully, Adam. It's crazy to think that, he'll always be like 19, 20 years old to me, whatever it was when he was in the wreck and passed away. But he was, pretty much my age. He'd be 40 years old now, but, he's forever young to me. And I didn't have any of the Adam Petty rookie, so I was thrilled to pick that up. Jeffrey Bodine autograph from a recent Torque set. It's just another one of those guys from the 80s, 90s that I love. Scott Pruitt, who raced IndyCar, raced NASCAR. He's raced, I think, the Trans Am, IMSA. I mean, this dude's a hell of a racer. He's raced just about everything there is. And I think I already had an autograph of him, but I grabbed this because I think it was $2, just to be part of my Indy 500 driver collection. Donnie Allison, I've talked about him in the past. NASCAR driver is what he's known for, but he did compete in the Indianapolis 500 a couple of times and was pretty successful. He's a really good driver. Then another Donnie Allison, member of the Alabama gang. Davey Allison's uncle, Donnie Allison's brother. Got a Wad button. If you've ever watched racing and heard Wad Burton talk, you understand what I just did there. His brother Jeff was a stud, series champ, one-time series champ. Bobby Labonte, also a one-time series champ from Corpus Christi, Texas. I need to get an autograph of his brother Terry. I don't have one yet. Ned Jarrett, legendary driver in his own right. Driver, spent a lot of years doing announcing, and Dale Jarrett's dad. Michael Waltrip, I didn't notice the signature's pretty poor. It's got a lot of like bubbling or whatever you call it, but I didn't pay that much for it. Thought it was kind of cool. Prism. And Mike Skinner. Didn't have a whole lot of success at the Cup level, but he was a stud driver in the Truck Series and was Dale Earnhardt's teammate for a while in the Cup Series. More racing. Sorry. Super excited. One night, I don't even remember how I found it now. Oh, I think I saw a retweet or something. So this guy, this is from Chronicles NASCAR. Travis Braden attended, as you can see, he's in the ARCA series, which is about the third series down from Cup, because you would have Cup, you would have Xfinity, Trucks, and then ARCA's kind of that series below. But Travis Braden actually attended West Virginia University. I think he was in engineering or something, but it was something that revolved around, he worked with a race car. He had driven a WVU-sponsored race car for a while, so I was pretty excited to see him get into a set. Some young, they put some younger guys that aren't necessarily in NASCAR yet. Both of those numbered out of 199. I didn't notice this until just now, but I think it's 160. That's 168 and 169 out of 199, the serial numbers, and those did come from the same seller, so pretty happy about that. And then this, I got this from eBay. This is an Emerald Parallel from Spectra. These are the only three I have so far. I'm looking for more, but I was excited. I jumped on this, and as you can see right there, we got a serial number. Come on, focus. 4 out of 5. I was pretty excited about that. And I think I jumped on this before some more of his fans found out that he had trading cards, because I got that, I think, for less than $10 maybe, or if it was more than 10, it was like maybe 11 or 12. And since then, some of his less rare parallels have popped up, and they're going for a lot more. So I think I snuck in on time on that. Some randoms here. So you're going to see this name again. Russ Davis. Anyway, I didn't even need this or anything, but it popped up on eBay. I got it for less than $1 with free shipping. I was just like, it's a serial number card. I think I got it for like 60 cents. And I went through to see what else the seller had. Picked up a couple more. Again, all these were like less than $1. Picked this one up. prospecting, man. Prospecting at its worst. I had so much Paul Wilson, Jason Isringhausen, and who was the third one? Pulsifer stuff. I thought those guys were going to just dominate the league. Well, I was wrong. But anyway, I love this insert set, the Big Show. You got Olbermann, who I don't care for other than I wish he would just talk about sports. Dan Patrick. And then this is the World Headquarters edition, which it was a very rare parallel. Picked it up for nostalgia. It's just going to go into a binder, and every time I flip through the binder, I'll look at that and smile a little bit. I was an Indians fan when I was a baseball fan. So it's just this Jeremy Sowers toward the end of my baseball-loving time. But anyway, it's serial numbered out 660. I got that for, again, probably like 50 cents. And I always loved Buck Martinez as an announcer. I'm sure a lot of people will argue with me, and that's fine. But I picked this refractor up for less than $1. I actually want to see if he signs through the mail, and if he does, that's why I bought this, hoping that maybe I could send that to him. So now we're going to get on to the Russ Davises. Where are we at? 26 minutes. I'm sorry, guys, but you know my videos are never short. So I picked this one up on eBay by itself. This is the 2000, I believe. I don't even know what year it is. 2000. So this is the first day issue refractor. These are numbered out of 25. Where's it at? Oh, you know what? I don't think they're numbered. I think they're just print runs. They don't have an actual number on them. These are limited to 25, and I posted this in the Super Collectors group, Dustin's group, and somebody had commented that these things are just really tough to find. So I feel really fortunate that I was able to find that. I found a seller that was selling a lot of oddball stuff just as I was doing my search for Russ Davis, and I picked them up. I got all this stuff for less than $20. So he called them all like proofs and stuff. I don't know what they are, but I thought, it's unique, it adds to the collection, and I'm not paying much. So this basically looks like the same thing, but it doesn't say the first day issue. And you may or may not be able to tell here, but this is, so I got it at the bottom so you can see that they're slightly bigger, slightly wider than the regular ones. So I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it was just something that was backdoored out, but I thought, Russ Davis he has like 360, 370 cards, and I've got most of them already, so it was a cool way to add. This is a first day issue. The first day issues were numbered to 200, I believe, but this one is unnumbered, so I don't know, again, if it was held back as a possible replacement or what happened with that. But actually here we can see, it's not a refractor, but you can see where it's shorter and less wide than the regular. No idea what these are. They're super thin. Again, none of these I really know what are, although I have suspicion on one. But these are from the 93 Bowman Best. So this one over here, obviously non-refractor. We got shiny over here. But on the back, there's nothing. It's not a card back. They're bigger than a normal card. No idea what they are. Any of these, if you guys have any idea what these may be, please let me know. I would love to, figure out what these are. So this here, not 100% sure, but again, it's a refractor, but it's a panel of 2. And then I got these two, and I, again, don't know that much about them. So you've got a Russ Davis and Devon White. Zoom, or focus. And then over here, you've got a Scott Ruffcorn and Russ Davis. Focus. But what I noticed on these are not evenly cut. They're kind of awkward. I almost wonder if these were from the full sheets and somebody just decided to cut them. Because again, they're not even. I was holding them up against something or each other. So I'm almost kind of wondering if it was just taken from an uncut sheet and they just some people cut them in different ways. But You know what? It's different. It adds a unique some unique items to the collection. So I am not going to complain. Now we're going to finish this up. As you saw my title, the good, the bad, the good and the bad. The bad is Burbank Sports. I had never ordered with Burbank Sports before. They're overpriced. We all know that, but you know what? They got a lot of stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do one order of all these Russ Davises they have, and they really shit the bed. I ordered 19 cards from them. Of those 19, 6 of my cards were what I would consider damaged. I'm not a condition sensitive. I'm not a condition whore. I don't worry that much about it. But when I'm going to buy from Burbank Sports, who we all know are overpriced, I expect a good card. If I was buying these for 18 cents from Sport Lots and I get some rough edges and corners, whatever, I don't care. I spent $1 with shipping on the card. So anyway, we'll go through these first. These were the ones that were actually good. Oh, so 6 were damaged out of 19. 6 were damaged. 2, they sent me the wrong card, one of which I didn't even realize until this morning when I was preparing for the video. And then another one they just didn't even include in there, even though on their invoice they showed them clearly marked off. This was ridiculous. So these are the quality, the good ones. So I think that's a 2002 chrome refractor. This is a Stadium Club one of a kind, numbered out of 150. Focus. So this looks like the first day issue refractor that you saw earlier, but it's just a regular refractor. I don't think those were numbered. No, unnumbered. Which now I'm questioning that other thing. Oh well. Anyway, fresh ink autograph. This was one of his only autograph cards I don't have because I've got a ton of his autographs. This is a Ruby Parallel. Another Ruby Parallel from a different year. I know that Eddie's Baseball's Autographs got, I think it was him. No, it wasn't. It was somebody else, but I just gave Eddie's Autographs channel a free plug. Somebody had just gotten him back recently through the mail and had mentioned this card, and he loved it because of the broken bat. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I think this is 98 Stadium Club first day issue, numbered out of 200. This was like a platinum blue parallel. Pacific loved him some parallels. Focus. There we go. And finally, a couple of the last minor league cards that I needed of him. I think now I have all of his cards. His first card was, I believe, in 88, and I have everything up through, I think, 93 now. There are a couple random minor league cards that are hard to find. One is a program card, stuff like that I haven't come into yet, but down the road. So here's the horse shit. Maybe I'm being overly dramatic, but I'm sorry when I'm paying, again, overpaying for top dollar cards. This one here, focus. A lot of white on that bottom border, and I paid a pretty solid price for this one. I want to say, look at that corner. A lot of edge wear. Just not happy with that. I will say that they have refunded me some money, but I have also sent a follow-up email to Ryan Veras. I sent that today, this morning, when I found out one of my cards was just wrong. So we'll see how they didn't even refund me for everything that was missing and damaged. They refunded me for 4 cards. So here's another one. You can see that corner right there. And again, I'm just sorry. I'm not a condition whore, but when I'm paying $3 and $4 for common cards that honestly people would hesitate to pay $1 for in general, I expect better. This one's a little tougher to see. I don't even know if this is going to pick up. Can you focus? Yeah, you can see that scuff. Look right above his wristband there. Look up maybe what's probably an inch in real space. And then there's another scuff on there somewhere. Numbered out of 150. I mean, it is what it is. If they're going to refund me for everything, it's fine. I'll put them in the collection. This one here, how about that? How about that corner right there, top? Come on, focus. You can even see it unfocused. Focus. I will say that the camera's not showing it quite as... It looks much more egregious in person. But yeah, that corner is not bueno. This card, I mean, all the way around, whiting on the edges. Like I said, if they refund me, then I'll be fine. I will probably, because I've complained, I will probably be blocked from buying them again on eBay, and that's fine if I am. This one here, we have a dinged corner at the bottom, right here. Focus. Focus. We're not focusing. So anyway, I don't know why this one doesn't want to focus, but there is a significant issue here and then right here, and you can tell because of the way that the refractor goes. Again, the video, for whatever reason, I'm sorry, it's not, the camera's just not picking it up. So there you can see the corner, and then there you can see kind of right there is some damage on the, it just pisses me off. This was sent to me. This was supposed to be a Russ Davis. I got this one, and this was, I think, a parallel. They said it was numbered to like 67, so I don't know if it's a print run issue because there's no numbering, and that's fine. But they sent me Moises Alou and not Russ Davis. They sent me number 184. Well, he is number one. His card number is 184 on one of the other cards, and it might have been one of the other Pacific cards, but it's not this one. What was the Pacific? Maybe this one? Nope, that's 391. I don't know. One of his other cards is numbered to 184, but you can still see whiting on that one. But anyway, that should have been a Russ Davis. Wasn't included. There was one just missing, a chrome refractor that I needed. And then this was supposed to be a Donruss Collection Preferred, and they sent me the Donruss Preferred. The Donruss Collection card is like card number 600 something. I get that the sets are very similar. I don't even know a ton about them, but this is card number 129, not 6. I think it was like 671. So yeah, anyway, pissed with Burbank. I guess if they refund me, then, it is what it is. But I don't know that I can trust to buy from them again. I tweeted about it. I had a lot of people tell me that they'd had good experiences. So I was cautiously optimistic. Oh, when I messaged them through eBay, which is what they told me to do, I didn't get a response for a week. I had to send them a second one. And the time that I've wasted on this, describe it, putting in what the item numbers were, what was wrong with them, sending emails, it's just not worth it. If I can avoid them at all possible costs, if I'm even allowed to bid with them in the future, I will. But you know how it is. Sometimes certain people have a card you need, and I was definitely taking advantage of combined shipping by buying so much from them and paying a little bit more than I should have. But anyway, that's what I got. Thanks if you hung through the almost 40 minutes. I really appreciate the friendships that I have made through here. Brent at Near Mint Musings comes to mind. We text from time to time, Bob Lewis, etc. So I really appreciate the friendships that I've made through all this. And, a lot of us are going through some things right now, myself included. But it's really good to watch some others' videos and see how happy they are about the things that they have added to their collections. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a great week. I don't know when, but you will see me sometime again, whenever that may be. But I will see you down the road.